This video will show how to use the frames feature of Tecplot for Barracuda. Frames are a convenient way to manipulate and display multiple views of one or more simulations in one Tecplot window. One of the ways to create new frames is by navigating to the Frame menu and clicking Create New Frame. This will give us a selection tool that will allow us to draw a rectangular box. This box corresponds to a brand new frame. To load data, we use the Barracuda loader. For more information on loading Barracuda data, please consult our video on loading Barracuda data. If we select Load Data File, we can pick any of the plain text data output options that Barracuda offers, and a frame will be generated, creating a 2D plot of that data. So, in this case, let's use the history.log file. Now, not only can 2D data be loaded, but also 3D data, like the background frame that we started with. Let's create a new frame, draw another rectangular box, and this time, in Load Barracuda Data, let's click Load 3D Dataset and grab any one of these plot files. This frame is a completely independent frame of our background frame, and like the background frame, can be manipulated as such. For example, by going to the Quick Macro panel, we can have this frame show cell pressure. Now, if we want to show 2D data alongside 3D data, or if we want to show data from multiple simulations simultaneously, this is the only way to do so. However, if we're interested in showing 3D data all originating from the same simulation, this is not the most efficient way to go about it. That's because Tecplot loads all data being presented into active memory. With two 3D data sets being presented right now, we are doubling the memory load of Tecplot. A simpler way to do this, which is both easier and less of a memory constraint, is to instead copy any frames that originate from the same source and paste them. Let's do that now. To begin, let's delete our old frames. To delete a frame, simply select using Selection tool, and in the Frame menu, click Delete Active Frame, and click Yes when prompted. We'll do that again for our third frame. And now, we're going to want to select this frame, which again can be done using the Selection tool and clicking towards the boundary. We'll know it's selected by the 9 black dots around the perimeter of the frame. Now, we'll hit Control-C and to copy, and Control-V as many times as we want additional frames. We'll press it twice now to create 3 frames. Now these frames are all stacked on top of each other, and a really convenient way to organize them is to use frame tiling. One way we can use frame tiling is again by navigating to the Frame menu and clicking Tile Frames. This gives us multiple options: horizontal, vertical, grid, or in a major frame, minor frame setup. Another way to do this is by using the Quick Macro panel. And in the Quick Macro panel, the fourth option is Tile Frames. Double-clicking this option will prompt you for the number of frames you want that will be displayed horizontally. Let's enter 3 as we have 3 frames. As you can see, they've been laid out evenly and exactly, and as aforementioned, they can all be manipulated independently. So in this frame, for example, with the Quick Macro panel, we can show the cell pressure, and in this frame we can show the cells by fluid temperature. Now, manipulating these again is completely independent of manipulating the other ones. So anything you do to a contour map or any view for these will only apply to this. Sometimes, however, it will be convenient to link frames such that they are presented together. A good example of this is time. Right now, if I were to make the rightmost frame my active frame and navigate through the solution time, you'll notice while it is traveling forward in time, the other two aren't. For convenience of making animations or screenshots, we'll often want these linked in time. The way to link frames is done using the frame linking tool in the frame menu. Once here, we have a number of options that we can link frames by, such as by slice positions, by value blanking. In our case, what we'll want to link them by is by solution time. Once you've clicked selected solution time, make sure to click Apply Settings to all frames of this group before hitting Close. Now, as you'll notice, as we travel forward in time, all three views of the simulation are at the exact precise time step. Another way that we will frequently want to link frames is by 3D plot view. As you can see right now, if I were to rotate one of these, the other two would not be affected. For consistency of view, we go to the frame menu, frame linking, toggle 3D plot view, and again remember to click Apply Settings to all frames of this group before hitting Close. Now, whenever one of these is manipulated, all three will be spatially linked. This provides a convenient way for us to create animations or screenshots of certain views by simply modifying one and having the effects translate to others. Note that as other features were not linked, any further modifications that we do to one or one of these frames will not apply to the other ones. This concludes our video on frames.